Okay, hello. Welcome, One Breath Breathwork community. Let's take a breath. Okay, welcome to our Tuesday teaching live with Lisa McNett. I am the founder of One Breath Institute. And today I want to answer a question that came up in the community. And this is actually a few weeks ago. I asked the question, what do you want to know about breathwork? And so I'm asking you that again. What do you want to know about breathwork, or what do you want to know about introspective breathwork therapy? You can share those questions with me, and I will be responding to them when I come in here for these live offerings on Tuesdays. So today's question, or today's question is coming to us from Michelle Humphrey. And Michelle asked for tips to be consistent as part of a routine versus using during stressful times. Okay, so my understanding of this is how to be consistent with breath work and maybe how to practice consistently versus, and what that would look like, what breath work looks like when you use it on a daily basis, on a regular basis, versus what practices to use when you're stressed out. Because, when we're stressed out, we're stressed out. So the first thing I will say to address this is that it is important to have a consistent practice. When we have a consistent practice, then we have a greater capacity to manage our stress on a day-to-day basis. And we're also more likely to actually implement and use a practice when we're feeling stressed. So a daily consistent practice helps us to, my cat jumped on my lap. It helps us to better manage our stress. So we have, I'll share a little bit about the window of tolerance. This is something that we teach about in our breathwork certification, actually in the personal journey. So anyone who takes the personal journey, I think we touch upon that. Actually, scratch that. You learn about it in the training. I don't remember if we actually talk about it in the personal journey or not. But the window of tolerance is basically a window, or we can think of it as a window or a space within which we can operate at optimal capacity on a daily basis. So if we're walking around and we have this window or this square, and our baseline is in the center, and if we go out through the top, that is hyper arousal, or like frustration, anger. And if we think of going below, that is hypoarousal, which is freezing, shutting down. Our optimal place within the window is, of course, to be in the center. And as we go through our day, we have things that move the barometer, and the way that we engage with life and the way that things move are dependent upon the health of our nervous system. So with that in mind, with regular practice, we can have a healthier nervous system, so that our nervous system and our window of tolerance is greater, and our nervous system automatically can come more easily back to baseline. Even if we have a healthy window of tolerance, we do get stressed. So the good news about having a daily practice is that it can just be short. It can be a 5 minutes a day practice, or even better, breaking up. You can set a reminder on your phone for 5 times a day, or 10 times a day, or however many times you're willing to do it, to just stop and take 10 breaths. The more that we pause throughout our day and just stop and take some conscious breaths and allow the opportunity for ourselves to connect in presence and to slow down and to be aware of our breath, that is going to support a healthy nervous system. That is a beautiful practice. There's a breath work I like to share called coherence breathing. And coherence breathing is also known as 365 breath. And there's research done that shows that regular practice of coherence breathing decreases blood pressure over time, decreases anxiety, decreases depression. There are studies on this through the Heart Math Institute. And so the 365 breath, 3 times a day, 6 breaths per minute, 5 minutes. Okay, so you can set a timer for 5 minutes. 6 breaths per minute is about a 5-second inhale and a 5-second exhale. If you can't make it 5 seconds in and out, that's fine. But an even inhale and an even exhale, so it's maybe a 3-second in and 3-second out. You can connect with your heart. You can place a hand on your heart. You can connect with a positive memory if you want to just really increase that coherence breath. So that's a great daily practice. It's a great daily practice. You could, even if you do it once for 5 minutes, you're going to have great results. But if you want to work on reducing anxiety, reducing depression, maybe lowering your blood pressure, go for the 3 times a day, 5 breaths per minute. Okay, so there's a couple different options, coherence breathing or just setting a timer for 3 times a day, 10 times a day. Just a timer that goes off that says stop and take 10 slow and conscious breaths. Those are both 2 excellent daily practices that you can implement right now very easily. When you are stressed, you might need to blow off some steam. You might need to move the body more. You might need to make some sound. So invite the breath to start to slow down. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And that sound can come out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth, and let any sound that wants to come out come through. You slow down you slow everything down, and you come to a greater state of relaxation when the exhale is longer than the inhale. Okay? So just making your exhale longer than your inhale is going to be helpful. And again, exhaling through the mouth, inhaling through the nose, long exhale is great practice. And letting sound come, letting movement come. Get in touch with the body. Get in touch with the body. Place your hand on your heart. Really drop in and connect in those stressful times. So let me take a breath. There's one more breath that I will share with you that really facilitates relaxation. And that is breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth, like you're through slightly pursed lips, like you are blowing a bubble or blowing out through a straw. Okay? So it's in through the nose, I'll show you. And then you let that breath go all the way out, and then you inhale again when you need to. You can practice that for up to 20 minutes or more. So that's a great go-to breath when you are stressed. It's also a great go-to breath if you have a hard time sleeping at night. So you can turn that into a routine of doing this breath for 10 or 15 or 20 minutes right before you go to bed and see how you sleep. So hopefully, Michelle, this answers your question. You're seeking tips to be consistent with a daily practice versus a breath that you can use during stressful times. And hope you all enjoyed this and it inspires you to start breathing more consciously. We have breathwork every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Having that weekly practice of breathwork also supports you having a more regulated nervous system so that you have a greater window of tolerance and have less peaks with regard to the way you experience stress. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you next Tuesday if I don't see you sooner or somewhere else. And drop your questions. What would you like me to talk about in these Tuesday teachings? Let me know.